What's up, guys? Nick from the Wyld Stallions here, back on another Wednesday live with you. And we have Derek Long, Wyld Stallions founder, in the house with
Thank
us.
you for joining us today. I wanted to touch base before we go and get everybody on here and make sure everybody went out and got their new copy of the Thunder Roads April issue. Make sure you find it wherever you find your Thunder Roads magazine, stuff like that. We did skip this issue. We're planning for a really big June issue coming up, so we were going to give this one a bypass. But still in tradition, go and get your Thunder Roads magazine of Michigan. It's out. I got mine this morning, so they're probably out on anywhere you can go and get them. Because if I got it, the mail's probably delivered it to anywhere else. So make sure you go and get your copy. And Nick.
Sweet. And joining us tonight, Miss Shelly Grimes, season 4 builder, and Frank's mom.
Yeah, Frankie's mom.
How you doing, Shelly?
I'm fine.
Good. So, well, you've seen a couple of lives. Your husband was on one, your son-in-law, and your son was on one.
She's got the Thunder Roads April copy. So
Is she?
yeah. hmm
Oh, lucky. I haven't got
Yeah.
mine yet.
Have you checked your mail?
I should probably start there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
hmm Well, the last time I was like, I don't have a copy of Thunder Roads. It was like literally at the doorstep right after I got done saying that.
I should check my mail.
hmm
Oh, Miss Shelley,
Yeah.
Thank you
give
for
us.
joining us today. I want to touch one thing. Now, we give a lot of jokes back and forth on how everybody's, behaving in this garage and everybody's getting along with, everybody. You got four of you guys building a bike, and Marty's still on the bike that he's building to try to get out of the way before he gets to his bike. Are we all getting along, playing nice there?
Yeah, actually I think I have more of the garage than the guys do. They have their little corners and I took over most of the area because it just kind of spread out and every time they move it, it kind of spreads a little more and I just trying to
Mhm.
keep it contained, but they don't keep it contained.
Yeah. Well, when in Rome, you just keep spreading out, and then the more you take, then there you go. You got to claim it while you can.
Yeah.
Mama Grimes took over the garage. It's awesome. So tell us a little bit about your build. What are you building this year?
It is a 79 FL8. I take that back. It's not. We found out. I think it is an E. It's an E or an R. Marty went and picked it up. He found it and he's like, "Do you want to go with me to go get this?" And he, of course, works lots of hours, and I knew he wasn't going to make it back without falling asleep
Mhm.
driving. So I went with him, and they pulled it out of the garage, and I fell in love with it and basically stole it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think I've heard this story where it was, yeah, well, we went and picked up something, and then she fell in love with it, so she's pretty much taking claim to it. So we're gonna work through that, and I think that's kind of how, like, oh, maybe she can go in the build series too with everybody else.
And she did.
Yeah,
So, what made you decide to join the build this year? Peer pressure?
I think she's so froze with emotion she
Oh,
doesn't know how to answer it. Do do do. Yeah, I think we're having some
Shelly
technical
froze.
difficulties where Shelly is froze. Either
All right.
that or there's something going on in Defiance we don't know about. They did have a
Oh,
tornado go through that
I was gonna say
area,
they just had a tornado go through, so
Mm.
that's fine.
Hopefully the freeze ray didn't get loose and there's a freezing everybody in the north central Ohio area.
We'll wait and see if we can't get her reconnected.
Okay.
Uh,
But anyway, I went and did Blake's Babes and Booze on Monday there with Jim and Scott, and RJ was there. I did take my boy Ethan J dirt bike, and he did a little bit of a couple of talk. Oh, I think we got her three.
mm,
My My technician guy.
Yeah, I
It was
believe
his
you.
bike.
Yeah, I believe
Okay, glad to have you
He
back.
has to be the center of attention somehow.
it.
Good job, Frank.
Yeesh.
But yeah, no, I watched them do it, and they keep asking me if I wanted a different bike from my Sportster, and never really wanted anything. And this came, like I said, just something for them to play with, trade, whatever they were going to do with it. They weren't sure, and I kidnapped it.
Yep. Well, at least it's going to a good cause with Mom being able to join the build and go through it with everybody else there. And I think you have a very classic design, if I'm reading it right, where it's going to be a woman's touch. So if you could elaborate, you have a little more on that that you might be able to break on what you plan on doing.
the The color of it reminds me, being from Southern California, we went to Disneyland a lot and did things like that. So the color reminds me a little bit of the Cinderella. So it is my princess bike.
Mm.
So we're just gonna kind of not say a whole lot because we're not sure how princessy it's gonna get, but the boys are like going, we don't do princess.
Oh, Frank,
I was
you
gonna
gotta lean all the
say,
way in on that one. You got a pink bike behind there. You can't tell me we veered too far off of that track.
Frank's
No,
lying if he didn't says he doesn't do princess. Yeah.
yeah. Um, no, I mean you can get we'll see what you add to it and how you go with that continuation of princess additions to your bike. Um, and so you said from Southern California originally, and
Yes,
then uh, you just moved up here with Marty. And how do you feel more at home in the Central Ohio area in the Midwest, or you kind of have some of them Southern Ohio or Southern California
I
longings that
don't
you
miss
still
it.
have?
I was a half hour from LA, so
Oh.
being that close and having all the chaos and everything, I don't miss that.
I don't
And it's
think I
gotten
would either.
worse.
So when you're talking like Southern California, like if I got somewhere in north of San Diego, south of LA, maybe there might be somewhere that somebody might like in there, but I don't think I want to be anywhere near the LA metro area, to be honest.
Yeah, we were about 30-40 minutes from LA.
Yeah, so in okay, so I did work with some people that were from the area, and they measure like things and how long it's going to take you to get there, and it's the amount of time that we could travel in our area in comparison to theirs, they were blown away. Like,
Yeah,
oh, you can travel that far in 3 hours? Yeah, I can get to Chicago in that amount of time. Oh, I couldn't even get across town. It
yeah,
like an hour and a half drive to get like 20 miles or something, they were saying in the morning, kind of from over by kind of more the ocean in the riverside or so. They were saying it was always like 1.5 to 2 hours.
yeah.
And that's like
That's
from
pretty
here
much
to,
the area that I grew up in that circle,
yeah.
Yeah, I
and
wouldn't
it's a lot better out here.
Oh, I'm sure.
wouldn't
When you put it that way, I mean, I'd still much rather be in this area in the Midwest than having to deal with all of that all the time, just the congestion of it all.
Yeah, definitely. I don't miss it. So
boy. So you mentioned that you have a Sportster too. What how many bikes do you have personally? I know the family has quite a few.
I have two.
You have two?
I got the Sportster roughly 3 years ago. Um, Marion was getting bigger, and he was kind of taking, which is Frank's boy, was taking up a little more room in places, and he kind of liked Grandpa's chopper. So he always wanted to ride on the chopper, and that left me to either drive the car or learn how to ride on the streets. So,
Hmm.
And so you started on a Sportster.
well, originally I've always rode bikes. I've been riding since I was probably 7.
Oh yeah. The Price is Right story. We got to hear this because you weren't actually on The Price is Right.
No, she
No.
procured the bike from somebody who won it on The Price is Right.
Yeah, my parents did. I was younger. I actually was, that was my, if you want to say, graduating from the mini bike with the lawnmower motor and the steel plate brake. Yeah,
Huh.
that was what I graduated to, was to the Gemini.
Nice. So your parents won it on The Price is Right.
No, they
No.
found it like in a peddler's post type thing.
Ah,
Some city people wanted on the prices right, had no clue, and they just got rid of it.
that's awesome. I was really hoping that we could find the episode with you on it, coming on down and winning that.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah, we were
Bah.
gonna make
It's
that
too
the
little.
intro to this thing. That's what
Yeah,
that whole.
absolutely. So, so that was your first bike, and then what did you move on to after that?
A Yamaha 80 and then to a Yamaha 175, and stayed at that. Actually brought that with us from California to Ohio when we moved out here, and then found out that there's not really any place to ride dirt bikes where we live without riding
That's
on somebody else's property.
Mhm.
yeah.
So we sold them.
So yeah, it's a little flat around our area.
Hmm.
There's just not as much public trails and stuff. That's one thing that I do
Yeah,
hear about, like over in the West Virginia area and stuff like that. That they have just this massive, trail system that you can jump through everywhere, back and forth, and then pop out on little areas. We had something like that in the Flint area for a long time, which isn't like anymore, but trails that went all through the city. People would run little mini bikes and stuff. Still kind of do off the old rail trail, but I mean, like where I am, you stay off the farmer's field too, because they'll get pretty upset if you're going to be
yeah,
out running, ripping up stuff like that.
that's true. They do get shitty about it.
Hmm.
Oh,
So then, like I said, we got had horses for in between that time, and so then, like Marty had said before, that he sold his Harley because we had kids and we didn't all fit on there anymore. And then he got, once we had Marion, then he was able to get a Harley back. Well, we didn't have Marion, Frank had Marion, but once he was in the picture,
He
then
looks
we got.
pretty good for, after the baby and everything. He really got his cut back.
But yeah, so that's what got him back. And so we still have horses, but now we have more bikes than we have horses.
Yeah, yeah. I came to pick up that one bike off everybody there, and you went out to horses, and me and Frankie were in the garage there, and you had bikes and horses in the back, So you got all your steeds.
Mhm.
uh, so after you're done with this bike, what's going to happen to the Sportster? You retiring that, or
Um, no, it'll probably stay. It's a good, if we have family come out or anybody that may want to ride, that can ride, that doesn't want to bring a bike with them. It's
Hmm.
a nice bike to have around if somebody needs one that pops in the area.
Yep.
The guys
And
kind of talk about getting rid of it, but they have more than one, so I don't know. I
yeah,
can't.
don't let them get rid of the sporty ride. Just, It's
I'm
not like
surprised.
everybody's going to be borrowing one of their bikes when somebody comes on through. And I think we've already went through the conversation with Frank. If hey, can you drive? Can you ride a hand shift?
Yeah, yeah. He was going to let me ride the red bike at Mansfield, but
Yeah,
I
I
have
won't even ride that.
this is, so I have no experience with a foot clutch hand shift yet. So I would be
Yeah,
terrified to learn on someone else's bike.
in an area that I have no idea where the roads turn.
That too. Yeah, yeah. All of that.
Hmm. But we will see about Mansfield and how we ran around there and everything. But that's probably our
I was
next
gonna say
thing.
I'll
But
be at Mansfield for the day, but not for the whole time.
yeah, we only plan on doing a Saturday. We'll see how that goes. Nick didn't even get a ticket.
I didn't. I didn't. I'm still
Sorry.
looking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm hoping that Matt doesn't finish his bike so I can have his ticket.
He was working on a little bit this afternoon.
Oh, don't tell me that.
Hmm.
And he's got to go get parts tomorrow.
Oy. Well, where are you at with yours? Are you? How's the deadline looking for you?
Well, it's hard to see because Pirates talked me into a powder. Shouldn't say talked me into it. They showed me a powder coat that was totally off the wall of what normally is done, or what I would consider done. So we did that. It's got a front wheel on it. It's got the forks on it. The rear tire's sitting on the trash can right now with some stuff. I think that's the brake disc on it. So it's coming. As soon as he gets some more time, my motor's going over to Hill's Performance to go through since it has sat for over 14 years. We did get it to run, but it kind of leaks a little more than most Harleys do right now.
Hmm.
So he wants to get it. He wants to go through and make sure everything's good for it. So
Yeah, and so I don't know if I've said this yet, and we've released. I know it's not an April Fool's joke. We have released everybody's updates as of this morning. If you haven't went and checked out everybody's update where they currently are, I think I've heard at least 3 times in some people's updates that Pirate Powder Coating was going to be taking care of some of their stuff, and that you already had stuff up there. So
yeah,
they're definitely getting some business here, and they do a great job. So I mean, like I said, I even said it in mine. I'll be sending my front end and probably some other parts when I get it all around and figured out. Choose that right shade of color too. So like
mhm.
I want to figure that out before I'm just going at it. But
Well, we got fortunate. They showed me a color, and I thought it was similar to the color of my paint, but we hadn't did a match for it. And I told them to go ahead and do it for the battery part of the battery box. And then we did have the paint, the original paint on the bike matched, and it matches to a T. They really can figure stuff out.
that's good.
That's awesome. Yeah, they have probably 1,000 swatches there in their little collection. That's crazy the amount of colors they have.
That's probably what I'll want to do is look at real swatches because I like went to the website and looked at some colors, but it's almost hard to really visual when you get into like some of them shades. So like to really see it in my my eyesight and like where the light's gonna look at it would be beneficial to really my whole everything like
Yeah,
my
depending on what you
thought
looked
of
at
it.
it on. Like if you
Oh
looked
yeah.
at it on your laptop, it might look different than compared to your phone. And
Hmm.
yeah, it's better to just see them in person.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll even let you take the swatches outside and check it in the sunlight and everything.
Oh,
Yep.
probably, yeah, we'll probably have to run down towards your way and then stop through there or something. I don't know, like the next time I'll be coming through, but should be maybe I'll just make a trip so I can make sure I can see stuff in the light.
So yeah,
I was gonna say we've got stuff that we got to pick up from Marty's bike here in the next few days, I think.
hmm.
I'm not sure if it's the build bike or if it's the bike that needs finished.
Hmm.
that's that's good that we're keeping pirates busy. So which sitting behind you, which bike's yours?
The silver one with the black forks. We tried to put a backup for a backstop so you could see it, and it's kind of hard to see.
Yeah. I mean, with
See,
your technical guru that you're working with tonight for your setup and technical, I can understand that. I mean, we're dealing with what we have. We're grateful for it.
yeah, We'll take what we can get. So you running a Springer front end? That's awesome.
Yep.
Mhm.
That's killer.
Yeah, we didn't chop it. The guys keep wanting to chop it. They still want to chop it, and I'm like, you're not cutting it.
Nope, Mama put her foot down. She said, "This is what I want. My
So
princess bike is."
no rigid then.
No, no. My back can't take that. I've had too many accidents. Not motorcycle, horse related. So
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. So what are you gonna be running for bars on it? Like Marty's bars?
we're gonna try a set. We have a set of Z bars here that I had on the Sportster. So we're gonna try those and see how I like it.
Okay.
But I didn't end up liking them on the Sportster, so we may not like it on this, but this one will set a little different.
So you're not going full Marty with your arms up in the ears?
Oh heavens no. My shoulders could never do that.
I
I
don't
don't know how he
understand.
does it.
Yeah, I don't understand how his hands don't fall asleep being way up there like that.
I don't even move them. It's like if they're in the way, I'm just like, yep, I'm done. I'm not working out here.
Oh, Richard said in the uh, chat, both bike we have part for bother and your. I don't know what we're just trying to say. I think your parts are done, Shelly, is what he is trying to say.
Okay,
They
if
were
I,
having trouble with Marty's.
Uh,
Yeah, they were doing one of their new techniques on part of mine and putting two different colors on one part.
mm. You see, that is something that I didn't know that was able to be done until I seen them do it last year. Like I thought it was a one color and done scenario. I didn't know that you would be able to kind of like tape off an area. Or I'm not even sure how the process is really, done, but it seemed to work.
Yeah, I don't know, but she said she could do it, and I'm letting them do it.
and maybe one of these times we can have Rich and Laura on.
Hmm.
They can go over the powder coating process with us. He's tried explaining it to me. I just, oh, okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, they're very nice and they're very helpful.
That they
Just,
are.
hmm.
Laura more so than Rich, though.
Yeah. Ah.
So after this build, is this just going to be a one and done thing, or you think you're going to continue building?
As of right now, one and done.
Well, she's gonna break this one in. She's gonna see what she likes, what she doesn't like, what she's gonna want to change, and then Marty will procure the next bike, and then she'll be like, "I love it. You're not parting with it because it's now mine." And that's how. Come on, you not found the storyline here?
Well, I thought Frank and I were going to go to blows over it because he's like, no, Dad says we're getting rid of it, we're selling it, we're parting it out. I'm like, no, I talked to Dad and it's mine. And he's like, and he didn't get that part of the conversation. He's like, no, we're getting rid of it.
Oh, jeez.
Mama laid down the law.
Well, they never listen, so it doesn't matter.
I find that hard that Frank doesn't listen.
Yeah, come on now, no, go, jeez. With the next question, so I mean, it looks like you're gonna be done quite well, and it almost seemed like you guys were trying to get this bike more so done first, so then the others bikes as they came to be were kind of catching in the end of the build process.
A little bit. We thought we were going to have this for a roller for the show for this time, but the rims and the bolts that Marty bought didn't quite mesh and match up, so it didn't quite work. So it didn't become a complete roller for now.
Hmm.
So we'll just have to take it a little slower and figure it out and get the right parts in.
Well, let's put it this way. Your slower is still faster than some of our progress. I'm not looking at anybody in particular that might happen to be on this live other than her. Yep, there I am. Yep. And the other one's up in the top left corner. So, I mean,
Yeah.
it might be slow on the whole overall scheme and what everybody's trying to get down there, but you're still miles ahead of where we're going at right now, and it looks like you're on a good path to be able to get to. I mean, the end with everybody else. I don't see any major roadblocks. Well, if you don't let Frank like send half your stuff out to one powder coat place and another place to chrome it, and then you like have to wait for it out of two different states right before a deadline. But looks like everything should
Well,
be
my
good.
neighbors really like it probably about 3 o'clock in the morning when he's running the bike up and down the road to make sure it runs for you guys the next day for the show.
Eh, they'll get
Love
over
it.
it.
Yeah.
So, are you planning on riding your bike to the show or trailering it?
No, it'll be trailered to the show, and then but I will ride it some, but I will not ride that far. My back doesn't take it, and so forth. This one may be a little more comfortable than the Sportster. We'll have to wait and see when we get to that point, but as of now,
Gotcha.
no, I don't ride that far. They can ride that far. They can get in the rain for on the way there and on the way back and be drenched and pour water out of their boots. That's perfectly fine with me.
So Mama's gonna be running the trailer and the truck up, and everybody else being riding. Looks like so she'll be on. What do you call it when the driver that comes around with the ride?
The
The chauffeur.
No, the something
tail
happened.
tail
Yeah,
truck. I had something like that. Yeah, I can't.
I don't remember.
I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah, that's, that's
Oh,
why
the
I asked
truck.
you.
Yeah, the truck that follows him with all the spare
Yeah,
parts and whatnot.
the spare parts for in case of breakdown.
Um,
Ugh.
All I'm coming up as a pickup truck, the pickup, but it's not. That's not it either.
Yeah. Um. And yeah, so it looks like they'll be running up with Frank's boy and probably the rest of the bikes and stuff, and hopefully we'll see how everybody can get up here. But we got some time still to figure that one out.
Yeah, because I'm not exactly sure how many bikes are coming. There's between 5 and 6, I think.
Yeah, and do you guys have a long enough trailer to fit those things in?
He purchased one this spring. No, they had it last year at
Hmm. Mansfield.
no, they didn't have it at Mansfield. They took it to oh geez, Sturgis.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
We have an enclosed trailer. They were able to pick up that's long enough, tall enough, and wide enough that I think they can fit at least 3 of the long bikes in it.
Jeez. Oh, everyone says it's a chase vehicle. Rich said it on Facebook,
Yeah,
and
chase
That's
vehicle.
what it gets.
yeah.
He's so simple and
Thanks, guys.
boing.
Yeah. Where were we when we needed you? Thanks. So, are you liking the build process so far, or are you hating it?
No, it's fun. It's just trying to fit it in because with Marty's shift and then Franklin, he works first. I work retail, so my schedule can be either first shift, middle shift, third shift. I'm all over the place, so it's kind of fun trying to figure out who I work with.
Yeah.
When we took it apart, it was like Marty would say, okay, do this, 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 and this, and I would do that, and then Frank would come in on his turn to help me, and he's like, why'd you do that? And I said, because Dad said to do this. And he says, well, I wouldn't have done it that way, but okay, well, do this, this, this. And I did that. And then Marty comes in and says, why'd you do that? And I'm like, because Frank told me to. And that's like, yeah. So it's interesting because I just do what I'm told.
And
So then I
somehow
go,
that's still wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, if I don't do that, I don't do that, then I'm not doing nothing. So
Jeez.
But yeah, it didn't take me long to have it apart and all over the garage floor.
I'm really good at that part too, like the take apart and spreading everything all over the place. It's really, the best
Uh,
part that I'm able to do. It really, I
Uh,
mean, it should be just like that should be what I do, like the take apart service. They say
At
do
least you
something
have
you
room
love.
to spread out. I had to kind of keep it contained so I don't get into everybody else's area, so they take my parts.
It's weird. This head doesn't even fit to this.
oh, that's great. So is your bike a kickstart?
Right now, it is kick only.
Mm.
Is it going to
Keyword is
stay?
right now.
I was gonna
Right
say, is it
now,
gonna stay kick only?
No, no, it's not. But I am going to try to kick it. I
kick it
did kick it
over or
Oh.
kick it to start.
and kick it over. I did try kicking it over when we first were trying to get it running, and with it being somewhat on the lift table and stuff, I couldn't get it. And like I said, it said, "Yeah, I've been sitting too long." It took the
Mhm.
boys a while to get it to go over.
Huh. Was I know Frank had a hell of a time getting his start at season two.
That's something that
Well, it's the pink one he's still struggling.
Yeah.
that's something like when you're trying to tune everything in, see it at all. A kick only bike wear you out pretty quick.
Yeah, but see, we didn't know it was kick only. They would turn the key on and they would try to push the button, and it's like, okay, something's not working. And yeah, once we tore it apart, we found out it was kick only.
Oh. So it had a starter on it.
No, they thought it had everything, whatever was in there that it needed, and it didn't have that.
Yeah,
But
that was just
we haven't tore it apart that far.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it'll be interesting. But we're gonna try to kick it. But I do want to back up because I don't want to be pushing that sucker.
So are we gonna have a Grimes family kick competition? I think we should.
yeah. Well, they will have all kicks if that starts out. Yeah, I mean bragging rights, crimes kick your bike over contest. It's a side bet. You can find it on bets.com.
Yeah.
It's already
We'll
there. We didn't.
we'll be taking bets at the table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is something I was like thinking about because like I've been seeing all these um Hot Wheel car races and I was like, that'd be cool. We brought like had a kid set up like some race car, like some RC cars, and it was like four tracks, and then we had people like which one's gonna, come down on beat the little, you know, they have a little thing that pops up when you go through them like a flag. So
Yeah.
who's gonna win on the downhill? You get like a box of cars. People get to choose their car and then bet it out. Just kill some time.
I could be down with that.
What was that game they were playing in Mansfield that was like everybody was
C
betting on?
CeeLo.
There's CeeLo, but like there was some little I can't remember what
Was
it
that
was.
the jockey horse one that went round and
Yeah,
Oh.
round?
you wound
Oh.
it up or something. It
Okay.
like jingled across, and as it jingled, it like had little hooks, and if it caught the hook, it went forward. Yeah, Cameron was big on that. He like everybody was betting on that little thing.
Yeah, Marty got one that's similar that he bought this year at Menards, thinking that it was close. But you can pick your donkey on this one was a donkey one. You can pick the donkey because it wins every time.
Huh. Yeah, we need some carnival games there this year, Derek. Let's get on it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I want to get some carnival games, some other kinds of small bets, stuff like that, keeping people interested and stuff like that while we're waiting for the overall, count of the votes and stuff like that. Keep some people interested and stuff. Maybe we can try to throw stuff together, figure out. So if anybody's got some great ideas on stuff like that, maybe some, carnival style games and stuff like that, and stuff we can play around with, shoot it around, shoot us a message, do all that. and you'll see what we can incorporate this upcoming year.
Yeah, how many bikes are you guys bringing, Shelly?
Oh, you had to ask. There's a minimum of four.
Yeah,
So at least four.
I'm thinking at least six.
at least six, probably six, seven. So
Oh my
yeah, I mean, if she's
God!
gonna pull a
Wow! Wow! Ah!
what's that?
Like, oh, you said 6, 7. Sorry, I thought we were
Oh,
being
oh, ah!
being
I almost
being
died.
Gen Z. Anyway,
But yeah, because now it depends on how many people ride. I do believe is how that mass equation is going to be equated because there's the trailer that fits three.
Yes. And then we have another trailer that'll fit three.
hmm.
But it has to be done. Those will have to be go open.
Mm.
We
Well,
do have another enclosed though. It's shorter and not as big. So if we have smaller bikes, they could go in there.
hmm. See, I'm trying to really hope that we can get more custom bikes there to the show. So with your guys' five, that'd be a good start.
At least five.
At least five.
At least five.
Oh. Frank says a little wind up horse race.
Well, yeah, that'd
He
be
already makes it out. It's a
I'm
little slow.
I'm behind on the comments. Sorry, that's my
oh.
bad.
We could do that game that Bozo the Clown did with the red solo cups on the ground, and you throw the ball into it, and if you make it all the way, then you get a prize. Like we can give away like a shirt or a sticker or something like that.
Speaking of shirts, how are we looking at getting shirts?
Um, I don't know.
Uh,
Needs to happen.
Anybody out there know a decent screen printer? Let us know. We're looking for shirts. Oh,
I was talking over at Steelhorse Ranch. I haven't heard anything back out of that. So we might we need to figure that out here soon because it needs to get into the works because I
right.
mean that is still one of the ways that I think that we'll be able to throw something towards the winner too, as in like, you know, here's a little bit of a cash scenario due to the fact that and we and all it, that's going to depend on sales too, but that's like the goal has been the goal is like something that'll be broken off of that to go towards winter, during the time period and such. But I need to get some shirts made. I want to be opposed to getting uh, a basic trucker style hat. Um, and yeah, other than that, I mean, see what else we can really come up with. We're gonna have some stickers and stuff like that. But need to get on that. I mean, for sure.
Yeah, the show will be
And
here before you know it.
yeah,
When is the show?
yep. Uh, do, do you
August
know when the show
20,
is?
August 29th, I think.
August 29th, 2026, we will be congregating in downtown Owasso for Owasso Vintage Motorcycle Days and the Wyld Stallions motorcycle show and finale. So we will have everybody there, and you'll be able to come and vote on your favorite build. Shelly's being one of them. Nick's might be there, and I will definitely have one also. So make sure you follow along with our builds. Like I said, we did updates. It dropped early this morning. I kind of got a burst of energy late last night and just ran them all out and got them all set up and compiled and put together. And I say that like I couldn't have done it a week before that, but I mean, I did it all and they got all dropped. So make sure you go and follow your favorite builder's progress. Follow along with Thunder Roads because we're going to be doing some more things with them and going ahead and June we'll be covering a lot of our updates and stuff, or how everybody's doing up until really that's going to end up being like a coverage until May, mid May. But we'll have all that there and other things upcoming and going on. I know the next thing that I'll probably be going and setting up will be the second year anniversary at the Steel Horse Ranch, April 25th. So, that's up in Caro. So, great time all the time. And they got a lot of new things going on up there. So, I mean, they're finalizing new laser setups and powder coat and dip tanks and more merchandise and more service stuff going on inside. So for the 2 years they've been going on, you got a lot going on there. And of course, Jody's always watching us and doing her lives too. Make sure everybody's following along with Steel Horse Ranch, and their events are going to be coming up. And I do believe RJ was saying they're going to be doing something that's a ride the win event where it's like the more place you ride to, you get entered into a prize to win a motorcycle that is through Steel Horse and Thunder Roads Magazine of Michigan. And Thunder
Huh.
Roads Magazine of Michigan is actually giving away two bikes this year. One bike being a bike for their bike nights, and the other being for this Ride the Win event, which is going to have multiple different stops that you can stop at and then have like a card check saying that you went through on the ride. And the more times you get checked and all that, the more availability you get in the winning the one of that on that bike. And they're going to have a large event that we're going to have to get up to up at Bay City, where they're doing a kind of like a fundraiser rally for veterans, and there's a big naval ship up there that is like a museum. So they're going to be doing all of the grounds of this uh, where the ship is this memorial park, and they're going to be taking it over, having live music, all that, and then they're giving all of the money that they're the proceeds back to keeping that thing going with the veterans and all that up in the area. So that was something he was talking about there when we were on Bikes, Babes, and Booze there on Monday. So definitely going to be trying to pump that along because those are some great events that seem to be upcoming. And also, we're going to be hanging out there at Flint Vehicle City, and RJ and Thunder Roads are doing the bike nights there. So that just being a skip down the road, and I do believe that the hot dog cart's going to be popped up there too. So I'll already have a reason to be there, and see how well that goes. But as we get into the season, just really right now, I think everybody I heard two on Monday. There were a lot of bikes out, but I think everybody's starting to really feel that warmth coming. And today was kind of crap, but it still looks like it's turning around. And heard lots of bikes on Monday. I passed some on the way because going down to Bike Space and Booze, you gotta run down there, and you're seeing bikes running away from the little bit of storms that are popping up on the way. But um, haven't myself got one out to be able to do so, which hopefully, if the weather keeps going, I might do shortly. I still got to get that sporty running so I can get that out. That'll probably be the first bike I ride this year.
I've had a couple of mine out, but yeah, the weather
You
hasn't been
just because you
cooperating.
pushed them out the front door of the garage doesn't mean you had them out.
No, no, no. I've been riding a little bit.
Oh, to the loves.
Yeah, the
Yeah, I
bike I
can't ride mine. He put mine in the shop, so I can't even get mine out.
Yeah.
well, that's rude.
Well, you got that pink one behind it. You can take it out. I'll give
Oh
you permission.
heavens, no, 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 no. No, I don't know how he rides that one either. They say
uh,
it's easy, and I'm like, yeah, no, thank you.
Mm.
uh, they're a different breed. What's up, David?
Definitely.
Buddy Dave's in the chat. Okay. Salty says we have 150 days till the show. That's only 21 weeks.
That's something we always used to like pop up and stuff, and he seems like he's that's his job. Like he's like self-employed himself to let everybody know.
Yeah, we appreciate you, Salty.
Yep. Did you
Oh,
read his update?
I have not.
I, like I said, I compiled everything late last night and put it all together for release and everything, and like, so it was my first real like read through and scan at everything, make sure everything's like, man, did he reel out a story there and a whole bunch of stuff, and he's a comedian in himself. He's got a whole thing going and a whole story. Like laughing to myself at 1 o'clock in the morning while I'm putting everything together over here in the corner. You know, he's a character. He is that salty boy there.
He said there's a countdown clock above his build.
Yeah.
Oh, I think we all need
No,
one of those.
that's my biggest fear is to not get this done.
Well, like you said, you're miles ahead of me and Derek. I think
Mhm.
Frank even said that you're ahead of him too. So,
I think in this garage, I'm probably the one that's farthest along.
Yeah.
well,
Yep.
see, you got nothing to worry about then.
No.
You'll be
No.
you'll be
You
fine.
go ahead and get all your stuff out the way, and then let them boys sweat it in the last, 11th hour of the day before the show. And
Yeah, there you go.
It probably will be because, like I said, last year we were chasing Frank on his pink bike when it died and pushing him back home at like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh no. Yeah, I bet your
I
neighbors
said,
do love you
neighbors have to
guys.
love it.
yeah,
All right. Well, we got anything else for Miss Shelley?
I don't think we have. Do you have anything? Oh, I do have one more thing, and I've been asking it. It's kind of one of the things that I've been kind of trying to add on my end of this little end piece. Back in the day, we had wrestling. When you come from the beginning, there's the show, the song that plays as you enter the ring. Boxing, wrestling, stuff like that. It's Shelly's turn to enter the ring. The lights all dim out. The spotlight comes to the stage. The music start playing, and it is.
Oh, geez. Drawing a blank.
Sweet
The theme from
Caroline.
Rocky. No, theme from Rocky.
Oh, the
Theme
theme
from
from
Rock.
Rocky.
Dun 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 dun
Mhm.
dun 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 dun
Yeah,
dun 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 dun.
Da-da-da.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like it.
it's
I
Survivor.
can work with that because it gives you a beat to keep going.
Yep.
Yep, I dig it. Oh,
All right.
all
Well,
right.
thank you for joining us. I look forward to
Well,
having you
thank
in the
you for having
show.
me.
I can't wait to see what you put together for the show.
We should all be there in one way or another. We'll be there.
Oh yes.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, look forward to seeing everything coming up. If you everybody's just tuning in, Shelly Grimes, one of our builders here, Frank's mom, and she is building a bike this year, a '79 shovel, and she will be bringing it up to Owasso August 29th for our Wild Stallions motorcycle show and finale for our build contest. Make sure you follow along. Come on out and give the vote. They're the best bike you lot. we already know that Mama Grimes coming with the Princess bike. So I hope you already told Matt because I don't want you guys showing up with the same style of build the same day and you guys don't notice it.
We're gonna color match them, okay? We're
Okay.
gonna make sure that they don't clash together.
Yes. Make sure it's the same as, prom dress. Just make sure everybody's not bringing the same,
Yeah.
I don't want to show up riding on the same colored bike. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
I'll definitely make sure that we don't match or clash. So,
there we go. Thank you very much. And thank you for joining us.
oh, thank
Uh,
you.
All right. Did you freeze?
I didn't freeze. I'm still here.
Oh, bam.
Bam, boom. Bing, bam, boom, boom. Bing, bam, boom. So, a little bit of a touch up. We tried to get in a little before we were talking with Mama Grams here, but um, we did. Me and RJ go to Bike Space and Booze. Have a great time. In their new studio there, and really just a couple more north south roads out from where they were, but pretty much the same. I think it was on 5 Mile when they were in Redford. Now it's just Livonia, but just a little bit of a nicer area. Um, and great catching up with them. And if you haven't heard, go to Bikes, Babes, and Booze. You can find links that will take them to their shows. They'll probably be available for download and re-listen to by now. And
Ugh. Trying
you
to
know,
listen to them live. Woo. Trying to find that
yeah,
difficult. I was able to
it is.
find it finally, but
It is a difficult kind of click scenario you got to go through to find them. And then even like Jim said, when we were there in studio with him, he was like, "It doesn't matter, or it might be, oh, here's the last one that just came out. Oh, here's one from the time before that. Here's one from 2016. There's no real rhyme or reason to it, so you got to click through, try to figure it out. I don't know how they have that thing running, but you know, they got it.
hmm.
And pretty much it seems like Thunder Road's going to be having a lot of stuff going on this upcoming season. Really, I mean, it's starting real soon here and going, and I'm sure we'll be at a couple of those. And I definitely find interest in the Thunder in the Valley event they're going to be doing there with the ship and the fundraising for the vets. And we don't I don't know who's going to be their live music, but I heard large Michigan artist that hasn't been
Eminem.
secured. I don't think that would be the vibe. That's like Big Wheel Bagger pulling into a chopper party, man. You know how that goes.
Dude did not give a shit.
Nope, not at all. New Balances were tied tight, and he was ready to get it.
Yeah.
And like I said, yeah, it looks like Houghton Lake, Blessing of the Bikes, May 30th. I haven't even much thumbed through this because I just wanted to make sure that it was available to be in the background. But Thunder Roads Magazine of Michigan, I've said it once, I'll say it again, the goddamn best Michigan motorcycle magazine, period. Fuck what you say.
Oh.
Anything else happening you'd like to touch on that you have going on that's happening? I know I went to a swap meet by myself on Sunday. It was okay.
I went and bought another bike. Well,
Yeah, yep. Did you get that spare motor with that bike?
I sure did.
So you got, as I was saying, you're showing pictures of the bike, and I want to see you lugging around that spare motor. Now,
I
what is that
did.
spare motor? Now, like, what shape, what condition, all that?
Good, as far as I could tell. The guy that I bought it from said the guy he got it from was going to pull the motor in the bike and put that one in it. I don't know. I was able to fire it up and ride the bike, so Motor sounded fine to me. But yeah, they're both KZ 1000s. So
Okay.
yeah, yeah, I got a spare motor now. So I think I'm
I
actually
have
gonna end up.
been.
Go ahead.
I was actually looking for like a 750, something like that. I got a bike that I kind of think that that big flat four would be, just the bulk of it in this kind of frame and front end that is, sitting. That I think it would look really, cool with it all together, kind of like a really low, bulky, heavy looking scenario.
I do have a Yamaha 550 motor laying around that's a quad four, chain driven.
We might have to figure something out. Play but rock paper scissors for it or something.
I got you.
Um,
Uh,
but yeah, I mean, with those parts, definitely seeing one of our good sponsors there, the Michigan Biker Law. And we should be having a flyer that will be distributed by them on all the events that they go to very shortly. With pretty much, I've already added it to the end of a lot of people's updates where it's the finale, the day, and the logo, and then just other side. I think she was going to add to that, but with them going to as many places that they go to and handing out their wares and their little gifts and stuff that they do, they're far more out there than anything we could do if we did anything where we split up and got more people. And then, I mean, let's just be honest, they look a lot better than we do. They can probably have a lot more people come up to them to get shit off of them instead of, me and you just standing around all scruffy looking, asking if they want a bottle of scrub nuts.
you're not wrong there. Yeah,
And true story happened, all of it.
yeah.
Yep.
To be fair, we did set the bar pretty low when it comes to looks. So
Yeah.
don't don't think you're really winning much there, girls.
But having that going will be great. Hopefully, be able to bring some more in. Like I said, on other occasions and stuff, we're really trying to figure out what we can bring to the show, what we can elaborate on, kind of do more for people that are coming, especially if I'm going to be asking people to come with the bike that they built to bring it to our location to have a vote on it. I want them to have hell of a good time while they're, doing stuff, and they didn't come to pop up bike and do that. That's why I'm trying to get more, events going and stuff like that to help, you know, thank the people that put their time into it just the same as what we're putting our time into it. Just to kind of have events that are bringing people in, bringing people around, bringing people together. And so, I mean, all of those ideas, if anybody has some, I would like to hear all of them. I don't think anything's a bad idea until I've heard it at least once.
True that.
Yep.
Are
So,
we are we gonna have
go ahead.
food trucks this year?
So, I mean, I don't see why talking to some food trucks and stuff like that would not be, out of. We'd always had them on that in between street on that south side. We do get sponsored by some of the, one of the, street bar restaurants. So, I mean, still will want to be pushing people down there. But, I mean, that's on the Owasso side. But, you know, I'd like to get some of them out there kind of, street food trucks to come in. Stuff that's just not like the regular. If we're bringing in, bikes that are from different areas and stuff, yes, there's people that are coming in that haven't tried the restaurants that might be in the area, but there might be some stuff on some of those food trucks that, would be worth just bringing them in because, we don't have that around. Maybe there'd be some of those. I definitely want to get more into you know, the I don't want to say like swap meet of it, but we did have a like vintage and oddities one year, the year prior to really my Wild Stallions entry to the whole thing here. So it would have been like 5 years ago, but it was kind of like antiques and parts and stuff like that. And I'd like to definitely see about touching more on that, but that's all on the OASA side that, we run our side. And we, like I said, we are, pretty much two shows for the price of one. And guess what that price is?
Free.
Come on down. I would like to, invite everybody that's got a custom bike and something they want to show off, try to gear it towards the vintage style at least, and get it to, you know, our show, and we can open up some classes in that aspect of it. I do think that we'll, push mini bike showdown where we'll see. I know that some places around this area do have large mini bike groups and communities that run around. And I even had Terry, he built for us in year one and two and 2.5. I had he said that up somewhere there's a club of mini bikes, and the bikes that they're putting together, even though they're mini bikes, they're something solid to look at and really take a glance at. So maybe I can try to reach back out to him and see what's what, and maybe we can get some of them bikes down over and take up all the spaces that we can, and really fill the downtown Owasso. And that's really what I'm trying to do is just like fill downtown Owasso with custom motorcycles, vintage motorcycles, people with oddities and wares, to the point where they're like, hey, you know what? Why don't you find a different place to go? Which would be
Force.
like, oh, okay, I'm heartbroken, but at the same time, it shows us that we're on the right track. And this is just year four, and really this is just kind of like not even, let's say year one we were just part of. Year two we kind of did a little more. Year three we really had a part. Year four we're going to have more part. And then we're, the show keeps building. This is, our part of where we are right now. But I never thought of this as being, a low class little, fly by night little show. So we're still building, we're still going. So I mean, we'll see where we go in the next few years and what we can, build up from here. And like everybody that's following along with us, let's be part of this together. Let's grow this show. This is our Midwest. This is our Midwest show. Let's figure out how we can enjoy it together. We can put it together. We can bring everybody together. I don't really have anything else tonight.
No, I think you summed it up pretty well. Like we're really working on making the show grow and making it kind of a destination, Midwest destination. You know, we go we go to Wisconsin, we go to Pennsylvania, we go to Ohio. Let's
Yeah, we go to those places. Let them people to come to us now.
all right.
And that's really the name of the game right there. I mean, it's, yeah, bringing people together, but you know what? Let's get them people to come to us. Let's bring them by, let them, I want to be a part of that show, and that's what I want more than anything. I want people to feel the connection that we're bringing people together, and that we are, trying to put together one hell of a party that we're, trying to put together here. And that's just where we are right now. So let's keep on kicking, keep on beating this horse, and fucking hopefully we can get the go down the road for us, and it's not gonna, we're not gonna be beating a dead horse. But
Right.
I don't have anything else for our fine people that came to join us tonight, and I'll just plug it one more time. Make sure you go look at all of our updates that were released this morning. It's not an April Fool's. It is April 1st update day. It's the first of the month. Get up, get up, get up. It's the first of the month. Get up. So read those updates and get at making sure you're following along with everybody's build, and make sure you come into Owasso for August 29th, 2026. Owasso Vintage Motorcycle Days and Wyld Stallions Motorcycle Show and Competition Build. And vote on your favorite build, your builder of choice, and maybe we'll be playing craps in the back corner. I don't know what we're feeling with that stage yet. We might make it a little mini gimbal, and then we'll pop up some of those little, enclosed 20 by 20 tents. Don't tell anybody. It'll be under wraps. And, you know, we'll see how we can get away with it. And so, with that being said, I think it's time to bid our viewers adieu, and I'll talk to you later, my good friend.
Yeah. Thanks, Shelly, Mama Grimes, coming on for us tonight. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, comment, all that shit. And thanks for watching. We'll see you
Next
all next week.
Wednesday, same Wild
Hell
Stallions
yeah.
time, same Wild Stallion channels. However you found us before, we'll be here again next week. Till then.